Welcome back, everybody. This is Mike over at Triple D, and today we are back with a bit of a bucket list item for us. We are over at Disney's Animal Kingdom. It is about 11 o'clock in the morning, and today Carla, the girls, and then some family friends of ours are going to meet up, and we're going to do a VIP tour. This is something we've always wanted to do, and the ability to kind of split the cost between everybody or more people made it kind of something we wanted to give a whirl, so we're actually going to do that today. For a frame of reference, I think the VIP tour is going to cost all in somewhere around $4,000. It's a minimum of 7 hours, I believe, which is what we've signed up for, and it's going to be expensive and crazy, but hopefully fun. Like I said, it's a bucket list item, not something we probably normally do, but we want to give it a whirl. So we're about to go have lunch. And then we're going to meet our tour guide at 1 o'clock, and we'll be with them from 1 o'clock till 8 o'clock, where they'll drop us off at Magic Kingdom for the fireworks show. And that's how we'll kind of wrap up the night. So we're going to go have lunch, and then I'll be back once we're kind of get ready to meet our tour guide. So we just finished eating lunch at Tusker House, so we're meeting our tour guide over at Tiffin's before we start kind of the tour. So as we walk there, I just wanted to fill in some holes and kind of talk to you about how we set all this up in case you're interested. The first thing I want to clarify was I was talking to Carla during dinner, or during lunch. The tour is costing us about $4,700, so that's for 7 hours. It is variable pricing, so depending on time of year that you're going, it'll be more or potentially less expensive, so you're gonna have to call Disney to find out exact pricing for dates you might be interested in. Beyond that, you can book tours 60 days in advance. You cannot do it online, at least as of right now. It is all, you have to call Disney World at Carla said there's a special VIP tour number specifically for this. Maybe if I'm ingenious or industrious when I post this video, I'll put the phone number either here on the screen, or maybe I'll put it down in the show notes down below. So, but yeah, 60 days in advance. You can have up to 10 people in your party, and that is a hard cap, so there's no going over that. If you have 11 people, then that means it's 2 tours, 2 separate tour guides, etc. What else do you need to know? 7-hour minimum. I think I mentioned that at the beginning of the video. And then you can also, as part of the discussion when you set up your tour, you can request the type of cast member that you want to guide your tour. You know, someone who's better with just adults, someone who's better with young children. Do you want them to be really interactive with you? You know, we've seen tour guides running around with people where the people literally did not talk to them at all while they were standing in line waiting for a ride or anything. You know, it's really kind of what you want. So call Disney, tell them what you value, what you want to get out of the tour, and they should be able to set you up with, you know, someone that's gonna kind of fit the bill for your particular needs, your party, kind of what you want to get out of it. As far as food goes, so our strategy today is it's a little before 1. We're meeting our tour guide at 1, and what we're not doing while we ate at Tusker House is we're not eating dinner tonight. We're gonna have snacks along the way to maximize the time and kind of get in and out of parks as quickly as possible. So we're starting in Animal Kingdom. We're going to do both Navi River Journey and Flight of Passage. We're going to hop to Hollywood Studios, do Rise of the Resistance, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, Rock and Roller Coaster, and Slinky Dog. And then we're going to hop to Magic Kingdom, finish the night there, and then we will kind of have the special fireworks viewing area that comes with being on a tour. So that's the plan. Our friends are here, I see, so we're going to talk to them, and then we'll meet our tour guide, and we'll see how it goes. So, but we're going to bring you along, so I hope you can kind of see what all we get to do. I won't be able to show you the backstage areas, but we'll go the rest of the way. Okay, so we've met our tour guide. His name's Brad. He's the guy in the plaid vest up there. If you see people wearing the plaid around the parks, that's a signal of someone on a tour. So very friendly. We're off to a great start. There was no messing around. He came over, greeted us, made sure we had our whole party, and we are off to go do, I don't know, we're going to do either Navi or Flight of Passage. So let's see how quickly we get in and out. It's 12:54, so you know, I bet you this is not going to go too long. It is now about 1:25 and we're just walking out of Flight of Passage. So, you know, in and out. We went through the lightning lane, no backdoor entrances. We've seen on some other tours here and there where your tour guide can maybe sneak you in the back. Carla asked the people when she called to make the reservation, they said, well, they can't make any promises or guarantees about anything like that. It's not necessarily, I guess, a sanctioned activity, but it does happen from time to time. We've definitely seen tours coming into rides, not through the lightning lane, but through other access means. But, you know, so we're, 30 minutes in now, and we've got Flight of Passage done. We're gonna go do Na'vi, and then we're gonna be out of Animal Kingdom and headed to Hollywood Studios. So let's go see Na'vi. And here we are at Na'vi. We're going into the lightning lane, so hopefully this will be in and out reasonably quickly. So no backstage entrance here. But Brad did tell me we would probably use some backstage entrances here and there. So we'll see where it comes. So Brad on Na'vi is taking all of the girls with him. So our friends have 2 daughters, we have 2 daughters, and all of the adults are going in a boat together. So good on Brad. I will say we have heard that some tour guides will do this type of stuff and really engage. So again, it's that, who do you pick, what do you ask for, what kind of guide do you want? So that's awesome. Okay, it is now 1:45 and we are off Na'vi River journey and we are done with Animal Kingdom. So Brad said that we're sneaking our way out the back of the park and to a car that he has waiting. But, we basically did 2 rides in an hour, the 2 that we wanted to do, and now we're going to go off. And I guess that's worth pointing out. So this isn't a prearranged itinerary. It's not like Disney decides what you're going to do. You tell them what you want to do, and they're going to take you to it. If you want to go do Small World and Na'vi like we just did, or whatever you want, it's all your choice and discretion. Again, the only real rate limiter is you got to do this for 7 hours. That's the minimum length of a tour that they'll take, but they'll take you between parks. I guess that's worth clarifying. For parks, they do require that you have a per copper ticket, so you can't do it without that ticket. So pretty easy. Just make sure you get one of those when you get your tickets, and then they'll take you, like I said, wherever you want. So we're gonna make our way. It looks like we're gonna go out this little back area here around Na'vi. Not an area where I've ever walked before, and we're gonna go backstage and hop in a car. So we'll pick it up I think whenever we get to a car. Okay, to give you an idea of what we're going around in, there's 9 of us and we're just in this kind of big old van, so to speak, that we're all gonna load up into, and it's just in a parking lot kind of behind the park. So we're gonna climb on in and make our way over to Hollywood Studios. So you can get snacks while you're running around. You can get snacks here. We're at Hollywood Studios in the back lot. We just got here and they have things for us to eat. So no complaints there. Kind of see what they got. Chips, granola bar. We are in Hollywood Studios. I meant to document. I think we've been here for about 5 minutes now, walking through the park. We are back in Galaxy's Edge and on Batuu, about to go into the lightning lane for Rise of the Resistance. It is 2:13, so we're moving right along, but we're going in through the lightning lane entrance, and hopefully we'll get through this line pretty quick. It generally tends to move, and then we've got gotcha. Thank you. So this ride does take a little while if you're not familiar with it, so it might take us 20 or 30 minutes to get through here. Hopefully it's not down, it's up right now. Yesterday we came through here because we were riding the Galactic Star Cruiser, which I'll link to that video here up in the cards. Had a good time with that, but it was down for like 2 hours yesterday. So hopefully we won't have that problem. We get through and we keep zipping along. Brad said this is kind of the one I call it the difficult ride to deal with on tours, just because there's so much uncertainty about it going down and creating issues. So hopefully we get through okay. Always like seeing BB-8 post TIE Fighter or X-Wing. Always like seeing BB-8 pose X-Wing. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this, but there's hardly anybody on our transport because the ride was down earlier, and they're supposedly letting people trickle in. I don't think this is the norm for a tour, but kind of cool and fun to have all this room. I got a bad feeling about this. Might be the emptiest I've ever seen this kind of bay area. I guess lucky that the ride went down earlier because this is pretty cool. Very small, intimate experience.
Tell them it's a prisoner transfer. Did it work? Good. Now get a move on. There's a clear path to the terminus at the end of the hallway. Turn right. The probe droid. You're lucky it didn't spot you. Take those turbo lifts and stay out of trouble.
Hey, you're not authorized. Wait, then go to the prisoner.
Okay, it is 2:45 and we're done with Rise of the Resistance. It did not break down while we were on it, and we got through with no problem, so awesome. And I think the girls were trying to get a detour over to Smuggler's Run because they wanted to ride that together and see if we could do the Chewbacca mode, if you're familiar with that, because we never have 6 people in our own party because it's just the 4 of us usually when we're here together. But we're short on time for what we want to get done. Everyone's ridden Smuggler's Run, so we're not going to do that. So we're going to walk through Batuu and head over to Toy Story Land, I believe, and we're going to ride Slinky Dog Dash. So we'll see you when we get over there. Okay, it's now, as you can see from the clock, if you can read that on the thing, it is 2:54. We are about to get into Lightning Lane for Slinky Dog, and Brad is actually not going to ride this with us, and he's going to be nice enough to go actually get us some waters while we ride, so we can have a drink and kind of keep things moving along. It's really very helpful and very nice of him. Not necessary, but I think we all definitely do appreciate it. So we'll see how quickly we get through Slinky Dog, but this shouldn't take too long. Just like that, it is 3:04 and we are off Slinky, and I think we're going to pick up the waters that Brad was nice enough to get for us, and we are then going to head to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway and get that ride in. So let's see how long this takes. Okay, and it is 3:11. We're walking into Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, going through the Lightning Lane over here. And we did get drinks. We'll talk about that a little bit more because Carla had some interesting information on Mickey picking up the tab on some drinks and snacks, but not all drinks. So I'll clarify that here in a minute once we get off the ride. Okay, and it is 3:40, and we are out of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So we're gonna head over to Rock and Roller Coaster now, and that'll be our last ride in Hollywood Studios, I think. So back to something I was mentioning before we went in there. So on snacks and drinks, and I didn't hear this when we met Brad to start the tour over in Animal Kingdom, but Carla told me. So Brad said that any drinks except for alcohol and Starbucks are included in our tour, so that the water bottles that he bought for us over near Slinky Dog, they were provided to us free of charge. As he said, they're paid for by Mickey. And then when it comes to food, snacks are included too, but like things you get at carts. I don't think you can get snacks at Starbucks. You also get, and that does include Dole Whip, although again, Dole Whip with rum, if you get that at any of the parks like you can get over at Animal Kingdom, that is not included either. But just basic Dole Whip, which I'm sure we're going to go to Aloha Isle tonight when we get to Magic Kingdom, is included. Carla's even talked about going there twice. This is actually the last day of our trip, so she wants to get her fill. So that's the lowdown on snacks. I will say Carla said that she's seen mixed things, including when she talked to the person to book this trip. That is not the message she got from Disney customer service. So I don't know if that's just a miscommunication or things change from time to time. So I would say talk to Disney when you book your trip, and then I'd talk to your cast member when they show up for the guided tour. So you might get potentially different answers on that, but that's at least our experience today. So we're pretty close to Rock and Roller Coaster, and things are moving along. I mean, it's 3:40 now, and we've been at this for about 3 hours, and we're almost done with Hollywood Studios, getting ready to go to Magic Kingdom, but one more ride. And as you can see, it is 3:46, and we're going into Rock and Roller Coaster now. And boom, just like that, it is 4:07. We are off Rock and Roller Coaster and done with Hollywood Studios. So we're going to cut out of here, back out where we came in by Lightning McQueen, and we will head to, I guess, Magic Kingdom now. There was a little talk of going to Epcot, but I'm not sure if we're doing that. I guess we'll see where we show up next in the video. So stay tuned. Okay, well, as you might notice, we are strolling through World Showcase in Epcot. So we did decide to detour. So that's, I guess, a little note for you. If you say you want to go to X, Y, and Z parks, you can change that sort of on the fly. Brad was like, no big deal, we're on our way. So the reason we're doing this is our friends that we're doing this tour with, they did not get to ride Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. They could not get a lightning lane pass for it when they were here a few days ago, and they really want to do that ride. So we said, sure, we're making good time. Let's go check that out. So one interesting note, Brad did tell us, and this is kind of a tip for you guys, most of the cast members that do the tours really recommend you try and do Epcot kind of on your own day and not use tour time for that. The reason they say that is because a bit of a time suck, because the rides are very dispersed. So there's a lot of time walking. Also, getting to the park is a little bit out of the way, but not anything I would say is terrible. Oh, well, unfortunately the ride gods are not with us right now. So apparently Remy is down, and that is the only ride we are coming here for. So we have turned around and we're going to walk right back out to the car. Brad was very nice and accommodating. He said, hey, after we're done at Magic Kingdom, we come back later. The problem is Epcot closes at 9, and we have fireworks viewing at Magic Kingdom at 8. 8 o'clock tonight is when the fireworks go off, which means they're not done until 8:20. And getting here and all that was probably not gonna necessarily work. So not gonna be able to do Ratatouille, unfortunately. But sad for our friends. We actually did get to do it Tuesday of this week, so we've ridden it at least recently. But Brad said we might do something extra over at Magic Kingdom. I don't know what that really entails, but again, planning your time. Epcot, try and bang it out and try and get rides done when you can, because you just never know when they're going to go down. So we're going to sneak out this door and go in the backyard. Okay, well, it is 5 o'clock straight up, and we are in Magic Kingdom now after our little detour that was unsuccessful at Epcot. We came in right by Buzz Lightyear, and we're heading to Space Mountain to ride that now. So let's go inside. All right, so we had just a brief snack and drink stop after finishing Space Mountain. So it is 5:27. So that took a little bit longer. The lightning lane queue was a little bit backed up, so not as fast of a through as we could. But hey, the little standby line for that ride was I think it was posted 120 minutes when we showed up. So not bad. So we're through Space Mountain, and now we're headed over to Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. So we'll see what that's like. Like I said, we picked up some drinks, some snacks. Girls got a little bit of ice cream. So moving the evening along. We got 2.5 hours still here on the tour, maybe a little bit more depending on how Brad wants to do stuff given our debacle with Remy. So off we go. And just like that, it is 5:44 and we are done with Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Walking through more Fantasyland, and I think 100% sure, I think we may have caught an audible, but I think we're heading to Peter Pan's Flight because our friends did not get to do it yesterday, but we may be going to Haunted Mansion. Not completely sure, so stay tuned and we'll see what comes next. And boom, just like that, at 5:56, we are done and off of Peter Pan's Flight. On the Lightning Lane, we basically walked onto the ride. There was a brief little wait where the Lightning Lane and the standby line merged, but in and through and no time flat. So we're making good progress here, getting lots done. I think we may be doing Haunted Mansion next, but we'll see. One of the things I did want to point out real quick though is one of the things that you haven't seen in this video, because I'm trying not to take video of everybody, is Brad has been amazing interacting with the kids and the adults, sharing lots of fun facts about kind of the rides and some of their history and how the parks are evolving, even little tidbits about what's to come. Nothing that's not public, I would say. It's all things that are relatively well known, but I think it's a good little touch and bit of, I'll say, fun that you get by doing some of these tours. Is some scoop on how things are going in the parks, what to do, what not to do, where to go, what's coming, that sort of thing. So we're going to do a little bathroom break and then we're going to go to Haunted Mansion, I think. Okay, so now we're going to do Haunted Mansion after a fun little bit of trivia with Brad. Interesting to hear some of his crazier customers and visits and some of the celebrities and things like that. It's a fun little discussion. So, but it's a couple minutes after 6. We are going into Haunted Mansion the back way. So go through servants' quarters is kind of the way he described it to me earlier today. So our first kind of non-Lightning Lane entrance of the day. So it's gonna be pretty dark in here. I don't know that I'm gonna get any video, so I may see you once we get off the ride. I'm trying to get the video of us going through the servants' quarters, so this is not something you will always see on the ride. Here we are. Yep, more servants' quarter, and then now we meet up. And we get this little part of the Haunted Mansion here. Always like the lightning behind the paintings, and there are more fiendish aspects. The one of Medusa is always fun. This is one of the creepiest parts of the ride. She has that axe. Creepy. Always got to give a shout out to Mr. Toad hanging out up in the graveyard up there. So all done at 6:12. I don't know how well that video will come out that I took, but the way we snuck into that entrance, we completely avoided the merge of Fast Pass or Lightning Lane and standby queue. I mean, it was total ninja backdoor getting into Haunted Mansion, so that was pretty awesome. So we're heading over to Frontierland now. We're going to go ride Splash Mountain. So all the girls want to do all the mountains, so that's coming next. We're gonna make our way over there. But I don't know if I said it. So it's about 6:13 now. So lots of stuff getting banged out now in quick order. Okay, it is 6:19 and we just went through the entrance to the Lightning Lane for Splash Mountain, and we're gonna go find Brer Fox and Brer Rabbit and go for a splash. Hopefully I'm not gonna get too wet because I really don't want that right now, but here we go.
Will Brer Rabbit spit out this atmosphere?
I got a bad feeling about this. That's a little wet.
Darla, your hair's kind of messed up.
Okay, and we are done with Splash Mountain at 6:45 to give you another just a little bit of the service on the VIP tours. So Elsa lost her magic band, and not just any magic band, but her magic band from the Galactic Star Cruiser. I think I mentioned that we had done that the last couple of days. That's not a magic band you can just replace, because basically the only way to get another one is to go on the Galactic Star Cruiser, and given the cost of that, that wasn't happening. She was pretty upset. And Brad went back and was able to find it. Fortunately, the cast had actually swept the boat before we, or after we had gotten off, and found it laying in there. So, but he was nice enough to go back and check and shag it. Really appreciative. I told Elsa that she owed Brad a beer. All right, but we're just going around the corner here, and we are going to get on Big Thunder Mountain. Probably Carla's favorite ride in all of Disney World. So, like I said, 6:45, we're gonna go get on and hopefully bang this out and go do a couple things at Adventureland and then go set up for the fireworks show. So let's go get on the ride. And as you can see, it is getting dark. We just got off Big Thunder Mountain. It is a couple minutes after 7. And Brad said this was a good time to get our Dole Whip on, because we want to have Dole Whip before we leave, because this is our last day here. So he even brought out his own kind of My Disney Experience app, took orders from all of us, placed a mobile order so we can go over there and get it. We're going to pick it up, and then we're going to do, I'm not sure, Pirates maybe. Maybe Jungle Cruise, I'm not sure, but we want to be over kind of in the private seating area for fireworks around 7:45. So that's kind of the clock we're working against, is that 7:45 time limit. So let's go get some Dole Whip. Okay, Dole Whip eaten. It is 7:29. We're heading over to Pirates. Brad is actually going to be nice enough. He's going to take Anna and her friend to do a ride around on Aladdin's magic carpets, because they want to do that, and he's going to drop us at Pirates first and bring the girls back here and do it. So go bang those out, and then we're going to head to get set up for fireworks. So let's go ride some Pirates. And it is 7:45, and we are off of Pirates. And the younger girls decided not to actually go do Magic Carpets of Aladdin. So they rode Pirates with us, and we're trying to beat a path over to the reserved seating area for the fireworks show that starts here in 15 minutes or so. And we'll show you what that is when we get there. Okay, if you're wondering where the reserved seating is that you get with the VIP tour, so there's Crystal Palace, and you can kind of see Casey's Corner over here, and there's this kind of grassy area that you can go sit in, and this is where you can be. So this is a nice area. You can spread out, you can sit down, rest, relax. Great area. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up our video here on the Disney World VIP tours. I'll give you a little kind of background shots here. I actually forgot to record this while we were in the park, so I'm doing this from the house. But hope you enjoyed it. It's not really a review. You can only make a decision for yourself about if it's quote unquote worth it. Like I said, it's really expensive. We had a great time. Brad was awesome. Definitely recommend you seek him out if you've got kids and you want someone who's really interactive and fun. He was amazing. We really enjoyed the tour. It's great to cross it off our bucket list. We definitely enjoyed it. With that said, we're done. I'll link a couple of videos here in the cards at the end. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We put out content like this on a regular basis, and we'll be back hopefully next week.